And definitely cut that part out.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, so I'm currently at the dermatologist and obviously, ooh, they just caught me.
You really get paid when people click on the ads and don't skip the ads. So it's very like,
Wow.
and then they don't pay you unless you reach $100 threshold. So you have to make over $100 that month in order to get paid.
It sounds like a lot of effort.
It is.
You know what I mean?
You have to like it to want to continue.
You have to like make it like a part-time or like
exactly.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and tell me a little bit about your acne. I feel like I should come out, but
no, I won't get you at all.
No, it's okay. I kind of thought about doing. You know, I actually started a YouTube channel.
Really?
Tell me a little bit about your acne.
So I've had acne since about middle school.
Okay.
But my acne in the beginning was it was cystic acne. I had a lot of cystic acne.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken every medicine, antibiotic, a lot of ointments. The ones that I can remember, try whatever, it's really long. Axone, Tazarac, pretty much everything you can imagine. Nothing really worked for me until I took Accutane the first time around. That worked for me, and my skin was really good for about a year and a half after taking Accutane. So after the 6 months, it was great. I was maintaining a good routine, and my skin was reacting well. Then lately, it just took like a turn. But what I noticed with my skin is I'm not getting as much cystic acne as I was getting the first time around, but I'm still getting acne. It's just not the same type.
Okay. And then tell me what you're using right now.
So right now, I don't know, are you familiar with Dr. Thrower's products?
No.
It's just, he's like a dermatologist in the Miami area. He created like his own, Dr. Thrower.
Trower? Is it Trowers? Dr. Andrew Trowers? Thrower. Interesting.
Dr. Thrower, I think.
Okay, I'm going to look this up.
Okay, but that's all I spent like one something on his products, and that's not working on me. Okay. So I'm pretty much over it at this point, and I think the only thing that's going to work is pretty much going back on Accutane.
Okay. All right. So in the meantime, and then since you've been on Accutane before, when were you last on Accutane?
3 years ago.
3 years ago, okay. Is it just on your face, or is it also your chest and back?
Now it's on my neck. So it's just my face and my neck.
Okay. I'm going to give you some topicals, and we'll get you consented for the Accutane today. I think since you've been on it before, you probably know this, but you need 2 negative pregnancy tests 1 month apart to be able to start Accutane, but you can sign the consent form today and we'll scan it in your chart. You know, certain things that you have to keep in mind with Accutane, you're of childbearing age, so they actually, you have to pick a form of contraception. Yeah, 2 forms of contraception or birth control or abstinence. So it's either abstinence by itself or 2 forms of birth control. And then each time you get refills or we confirm you, there's some questions that you have to answer on the iPledge program. It's a little bit strict because, do you know why it's a strict program?
Because if you get pregnant, the baby will have like birth defects and they'd have to terminate the pregnancy.
Right. So it's about 100%, you know, a chance of having a birth defect if you get pregnant on Accutane. So for this reason, they created the iPledge program to enroll patients and kind of keep better track. There's a window where you can get your pregnancy test and when you can get the medication, and they usually don't allow refills, but we can do virtual visits now that we have that capability. So the visits are once a month, but we can do it virtual, you know. And then another thing to keep in mind is that they require periodic lab monitoring because it can affect your liver enzymes and your lipids as well. It can elevate them because of the medication. So I'll order those today. And just a pregnancy test every single month, okay? Right. And for today, I think I'm going to start you on 2 things that I really like. that I use myself that will help with some of your acne and your dark spots. One is a sulfur cleanser that, or actually, because of your insurance, it's a topical sulfur that you can put in the morning. And it helps just pretty much make your skin look smooth. I use it every single day, and it helps for spots, for just overall smoothness. It kind of gives your skin a nice glow, and for acne, it also works for acne as well. And then there's a topical retinoid. I can give you something like Tazarac, or just to kind of help exfoliate the skin so that some of the brown spots can go away. If you tolerated Tazarac, that's a pretty strong generic retinoid. We can go back to that until you get your Accutane. Once you get your Accutane, you pretty much probably won't need it. Okay?
Right.
All right. Any questions?
I heard you say either 2 forms of birth control or abstinence.
That's usually what they, if I'm not mistaken, that's what they usually recommend that you choose.
So if I choose abstinence, I don't have to choose birth control at all.
In the past, I believe that if you chose abstinence, they still made you do a secondary, which makes no sense, you know. But I believe that they realized that didn't make sense, and
They changed it back.
I think it's just abstinence, because you can't, you know, do abstinence and another form of birth control. That wouldn't make any sense. So I think it's just either abstinence or 2 forms of birth control while you're on the drug.
That's what I'm saying. Because that was one of my concerns. I don't want to. The first time I took it, I chose abstinence, but I still had to take birth control, and I didn't like the way it made me feel. So that was one of my concerns. I don't want to get back on birth control.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think you have to. I think in the past, most people used to select abstinence and condoms, but they realized that didn't make sense, and they just made it abstinence or 2 forms of birth control. Okay, and then I also have a portal called My Chart where you can write me questions. Okay, since you're one of my patients, it really doesn't bother me to get these questions. I'd rather know if you're having an issue with your medication or your prescription or anything that you forgot. The easiest way to get a hold of me is to send me a message through My Chart, and I check it almost daily. Okay, and it's connected to your chart. And that's really the only way we can communicate that protects your information. That's HIPAA secure. So it's an app on your phone, and you can also do it in the computer. And it's pretty much like sending an email. And you'll get emails when I respond to you, okay? And I'll get notifications when somebody writes me something, okay?
So realistically oh, by the way, do you have a blood? I know I'd have to get my blood work done every month. Is there somewhere here where I can do that, or I would have to find a lab?
You know what, if they take your insurance, and we take most insurances, you should be able to do it. It's literally right across the hall. I think because of COVID, that lab used to be a walk-in, but because of COVID, they don't want a lot of people in the waiting room, so you do need appointments now. But other than that, it should be easy.
Okay, and realistically speaking, when do you think I'd be able to officially start?
A month from now. But
So,
if you could get the pregnancy test today, and then a month from today, they require 2 negative. 2 negative.
okay.
And it's not just 1 negative to start. It's 2 negative. So we'll do the consent form,
Okay.
and then
We'll do the pregnancy test today?
I'll order it today, and you know, when you do it, it's kind of up to you, but if you want to start sooner rather than later, I would just go ahead and do it today.
Okay.
Like if you do it today, you'd have to also do it a month from today, and then you can start, if they're both of them are negative.
Okay, so then December 30th, I would come back and do the second one.
Right, but you don't have to come back here, you just have to do it.
How do I do it?
I'll order it. And then you take the order with you, and then you do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you were able to do it at the lab here, you know, just go ahead and do it. If you have to make an appointment, you know, you can make an appointment with the order. And in the meantime, I'm still going to put you on acne medications, like the topicals. We don't want to do anything oral because sometimes the medications interfere with the Accutane.
Okay.
So, there could be some side effects that are not wanted. So I'll put you on the topicals for now so that you have something.
Okay. Yes, so I'll just wait for you to tell me when it's here.
So we do need, we could do a virtual visit actually in a month, you know, because the appointments are monthly, to go over just your starting dose, you know, the negative test hopefully, and we usually do weight-based dosing at 0.5 milligrams per kilogram, and then we go up to 1, and then there's a cumulative dose that we need to calculate, which is typically about 6 to 8 months of treatment. But I start people at 0.5 milligram per kilogram, and then I go up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right, and then any questions, let me know. You know, don't hesitate, and we'll talk again in 1 month. It could be a virtual visit, and I look forward to being your doctor.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right, thanks. So just hold on a few minutes for the consent form. Okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Alright, y'all, so the dermatologist appointment is over and it actually went really well, better than I expected. I'm really shocked and happy to hear about the whole birth control thing. I know I actually got a comment on one of my old Accutane videos. It was a recent comment saying that abstinence in her state, they let her only use abstinence without taking the birth control. And I was like, oh, maybe that's in your state, but in Florida they don't do that over here. But I guess they changed it back because they realized how stupid that is to put abstinence and then still require you to take birth control. Like, what's the point? But oh, sorry y'all, I'm like on the phone trying to make an appointment. So yeah, I'm trying to get all of this situated and get as many appointments in as I can before December 31st, because that's when my deductible would start over, and I will be responsible for paying like $60 per dermatologist visit instead of, I don't think I paid anything today because I met my deductible. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I need to get all my appointments set. So the next step, she gave me an order for my labs, which is to get my blood work done. And honestly, the way the process is going now is so much smarter and better than it did my first time around, because the reason I kept asking, okay, so when do I do the pregnancy test? When do I do the pregnancy test? I probably sounded like an idiot to her because the first time around, I had to do a urine pregnancy test, come in the office to do a urine pregnancy test, and still go to the lab to do my lab work, which makes no freaking sense because you can see that I'm not pregnant when you take my blood. Like, that's a more accurate pregnancy test. So why did I have to come in and do a urine test? So she probably was looking at me like I was an idiot, but I don't know. It just makes so much more sense this time around. And being that my dermatologist appointment is actually in a hospital, because where I'm going now, it's a hospital. They have doctor's offices. They have a lab. I'm happy that they have a lab because I no longer have to drive to my dermatologist, then drive to Quest Diagnostics. I can just get all of that taken care of in one spot. It makes so much more sense. I can do virtual visits. It's so much more proactive and it makes more sense, basically. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And right now I'm just on hold to try to make my lab appointment to get my blood work taken, because the sooner I get that done, the sooner I can get the second one done, which means the sooner I can start my Accutane. So right now it's looking like today is November 30th. If I get the second one by December 30th, I'd be able to start my Accutane in January. And I really want to have like clear skin by my birthday, which is in March. So, oh, y'all, look how bad this is. She sent 2 prescriptions to my pharmacy. What did she send? She sent sulfacetamide, sodium, tazarotone, and I think that's it. I don't know. She sent 2 things though, so I guess I'll just use that until I get my Accutane. But y'all, I don't expect that to work. I know what works on my skin, and for now, that's always been Accutane. So I'm excited. I think I'm gonna end this video here. I was actually gonna like carry it into a vlog, but I think this will be like its own video. So yeah, y'all, back on Accutane. Of course, I'm gonna, she was asking me so many questions about like my YouTube channel. She seemed apprehensive to like letting me film. She kept asking me, oh, have doctors ever let you do that before? I'm like, yeah, I just had a breast reduction. My doctor was cool with it. And she was like, do they make you sign anything? I'm like, no. Like, I don't like to shove my camera in people's face because I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. But so I always ask for permission. I don't care who it is. Like, are you okay with me filming? Even though I wasn't filming her specifically, like, are you okay with me filming, period? I don't know, but she was like, she was cool with it, but I could tell she was a little iffy in the beginning. But now she knows that this is how it's gonna go. What's the other thing I wanted to say? I also wanted to mention how important it was for me to find a black dermatologist. Now, this dermatologist that I just had my visit with, she's not black. They had one black dermatologist throughout the whole dermatology department, but she was booked until like middle of December, and I was like, oh, this is the girl I want to go to, but I can't. Like, I can't wait. So I don't know, but this dermatologist seems nice. She seems pretty cool, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to start. I'm excited to film my journey the second time around. So second round on Accutane, even though I didn't really want this, but this is just my truth and what's happening. So I'm gonna close this video out. Thank y'all for watching. Comment below. Are y'all excited for me? Are y'all nervous for me? Y'all have any questions y'all want me to ask the next time I have my appointment? I think it's actually going to be a televisit. So yeah, let me know. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. I'm trying to schedule my lab appointment. I just left a dermatologist over there, and I just got the lab order.
Okay, may I have your first and last name, please?
Look at God.
Okay, so you're set for that 2:30 appointment in the lab today. Check in 15 minutes prior with your insurance card, total ID. Be sure you're wearing your face mask, okay? The lab is located on the first floor right across from the registration desk, okay?
Okay. And do you guys accept my insurance?
Yes, Blue Care Insurance. Yes, it shows that it's in network.
Okay, perfect. And do I have a copay for that? I don't even know if I had a copay for my dermatologist appointment.
Give me just a moment, let me check for you. It doesn't show me that there's a copay.
Okay, not even for the dermatologist appointment?
If there was a copay, they would have collected it at the time of check-in.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks for calling Cleveland Clinic. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Somebody's not having a good day today, but guess what? I am. Ow! I'm so happy, you guys. When I tried to go and make my appointment in there, they were like, oh, you have to call, but we don't have any more walk-ins for today. So I'm sure the soonest you'll be able to get is tomorrow. And I'm like, ugh, that's cutting it close. 1 month apart. Tomorrow will be November 30. What is tomorrow? What's today? Tomorrow will be... Tomorrow would actually be December 1st. So that would, a month from December 1st is going to be January 1st, which means my insurance will start over. God is just so good. He be making a way, y'all. So I have an appointment today at 2:30, which means my next appointment should be on December 30th. Hopefully they're open. I'm sure they'll be open, but let's hope they are. And I'm excited. Yes, that's a Thursday. That is actually the day before New Year's Eve. So I definitely need to make sure my appointment is then so that, oh, I'm excited. God is good. So with that being said, I'm closing out today's video. For real this time. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.